Just over 4 years ago, all eyes were on Beijing for the 2008 Olympics, and now it's London's turn.
런던 올림픽을 환영합니다.
ロンドンオリンピック始まります。
Now, over the past several Olympics, Asian athletes have done progressively better. And this year, hopes are high. In the countdown to the London Games, we're asking sports journalists in 3 of Asia's athletic powerhouses who to watch. First, to South Korea. Now, its team exceeded expectations in Beijing 4 years ago, coming in 7th in the medal count. But how will the team do in London? Jee-ho is a sports journalist with Yonhap News Agency in South Korea to tell us who looks like a winner.
The first one on the list should be Tae-hwan in men's freestyle swimming. He's the reigning Olympic gold medalist and also a 2-time world champion in men's 400-meter freestyle. He also has the second fastest time in the world in that distance. He's also a confident young man. He said his goal is not just to win his second straight Olympic gold medal, but also to set a world record. The second on the list should be Im Dong-hyun in men's archery. He does have 2 Olympic gold medals and also 4 world titles. Interestingly, he's also legally blind out of his left eye. I had a chance to speak to him recently about his eyesight, but he said it doesn't bother him one way or the other. It's not going to affect him at London Olympics this summer. Finally, Yang Hak-sun in men's gymnastics. He's the reigning world champion in men's vault. He's already so great at 19 years old that he's got a new move named after him by the International Gymnastics Federation. It's called the Yang Hak-sun. The one dark horse to watch should be Nam Hyun-hee in women's fencing. She did win the silver medal in Beijing Olympics 4 years ago, lost to Valentina Vesali of Italy by 1 point. But I think she does have 1 Olympic gold medal left in her at 30 years old.
Thanks, Jee-ho. Jee-ho is a reporter in Seoul. Now, Japan came in 8th in the medal count in Beijing, just behind South Korea. Fred Varcoe covers sports in Tokyo. Fred, do you think Japan will do better in London than it did back in Beijing?
There's always great expectations in the media in Japan about the Olympic team. But this time around, they don't have that strong a squad, and I think they'll be lucky to beat their 9 gold medals in Beijing.
Which athletes are favored to win medals in London?
What they do have is that they have the World Cup winners at soccer, in women's soccer, including Homare Sawa, the MVP. In fact, the whole squad of the Japan women's squad are all from the World Cup squad of last year when they won in Germany. Also, Sari Yoshida, who's only lost 1 wrestling bout in 11 years and has won 2 Olympic gold medals already. She'll be a dead cert for another gold. Kohei Uchimura only won silver in Beijing, but he's since won 3 straight world championships in gymnastics. And he just can't do anything wrong at the moment. Kosuke Kitajima, another veteran, he's won 4 gold medals in the 100 and 200 breaststroke, and he's going for an unprecedented 3rd straight gold medal in both those events.
Now, is there any Japanese athlete who you think's been sort of under the radar, but who you think actually has a good chance of doing well?
Hiroshi Hogetsu is back in the Olympics again. He competed for the first time in 1964 in the equestrian event, and he's going to be 71 this time, the 2nd oldest athlete ever, I believe. And he's a great story, and he's a great competitor, too.
Thanks, Fred. Fred Varcoe is a freelance sports reporter based out of Tokyo. Now, next week, we'll look at China's team. Can it repeat its record-breaking clutch of medals from 4 years ago? We'll get an assessment from China's premier online news and sports outlet.
Now on U.S. airwaves, a global channel of uncompromising stories. World news, documentaries, entertainment, and culture. Link TV, connecting you to the world. For more information, visit linktv.org.